With, of course, the biggest story that's happened this past week. Obviously, by the time this episode comes out, it will have been a few days, so maybe the worship, the idol worship of this person has died down. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous. However, this story is funny. Drug dealers are doing discounts on Coke in honor of the Queen. Queen Elizabeth III, I think, died because she was old. She's an old lady who is pretty much the representative of white supremacy. Colonized, their family responsible for colonizing a bunch of people, enslaving people, putting them in concentration camps, rape and murder, and all of those things. All of the great things that come along with colonization. A person who was bestowed this thing because apparently God chose their family as a superior being in order to reign over the people. It's just absolutely ridiculous. The people that worship the monarchy, the people that worship Queen Elizabeth, the people that, you know, basically are cheering on the ideal, the idol of what is basically white supremacy. They felt that they were superior than everybody else, not only in being a king or queen to begin with, to be a royal family to begin with. They are the ones bestowed, blessed by God to rule over the country, which they were able to be horrible at, and the monarchy crumbled, and no longer are they in charge. But they still were responsible for a lot of bad things that happened, including under her watch. Bad things happening to a lot of people. So there are a lot of people that are celebrating. People in Ireland, South Africa, India. There's a lot of countries that were negatively impacted by the UK and by her and her family. So I am on the side of those people who are celebrating. I'm not necessarily celebrating. I could care less. She was an old person. Old people die all the time. I don't think she's necessarily better or worse. Actually, she's probably a lot worse than a lot of other old people, but old people die. She wasn't taken in her prime by any means necessary. And seeing how her successor just there's a clip online about him making somebody move. He can't be bothered to move something on his desk that he's about to sit at, that he's like, flips his wrist. The whole idea of monarchy and kings and queens is absolutely disgusting. So it is funny that drug dealers are doing discounts, not only on cocaine, but other things. Let me read this. Drug dealers are making the Queen's death. The drug dealers are marking the Queen's death by texting customers their condolences alongside special discounts on products for cocaine, weed, and ketamine. One dealer sent a text 13 minutes after the Queen's death was announced on Thursday, offering an ounce of weed for 150 pounds. I don't know how good of a deal that is. Sounds a little expensive still. Maybe it's a good deal. I don't really know the conversion rate. And grams of ketamine for 30 pounds. They then told their customers they were offering a, quote, Queen's death discount on everything. Ask me for details, end quote. Another dealer said they were reducing the prices of their top of the range Bolivian flake for 96 pounds a gram to match the age at which the Queen died. In New York, within hours of the news, weed sellers were starting to sell bags of weed with images of Queen Elizabeth on them. I think that's hilarious. Taking advantage of a popular cultural thing. There's a lot of people have emotions one way or the other. I tend to be more sympathetic with the people who have been colonized by the British, whose families generationally have been destroyed by the British. As far as the jewels that reside on all of their gaudy things that were stolen from so many countries. I mean, really, not the best kind of family, not the best kind of lineage. Their history is a bit tainted. So, I don't necessarily want to celebrate her death. I don't know. I don't care, but I do appreciate the people that are. I think they've more than deserved it. She hasn't affected my life. I mean, I'm a white dude in America, so I already have my privilege just existing the way I am, and I celebrate the people that are celebrating her death. How about that? I celebrate the Irish and the Africans and the Indians that are celebrating somebody that really destroyed their generational livelihood. The same with even Canada, the indigenous people of Canada. Just a lot of people, a lot of bad things in the name of the Queen have been done, and she is no longer there, and her old son is now taking over, the oldest king to ever sit on the throne. I think he's 73. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Let's move on. There's going to be a bunch of people crying about that one.
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.